Hello and welcome back to Create.things. Today, like the last time, I want to tell some creepy stories and draw a picture for that. So, let's start with today's story, and it will be messy. So, let's start with the story. You don't notice it at first. That's how it begins. Not with a scream, not with blood, but with something slightly wrong. A movement where there shouldn't be one, a shadow that breathes when you don't. She wasn't always like this. There was a time, if you even can call that, when she was just someone, a woman in a small room, a window, curtains that barely kept the outside world away, a painting on the wall, cracked but familiar, safe, or at least it pretended to be. It started with the watching, not her watching you, but something watching her. From the window, from the walls, from inside the cracks of things. She would feel it first. That pressure behind the eyes, like someone pressing their fingers into your skull from the inside. Then came the silence. Not normal silence, but the kind that listens back. She tried to ignore it. People always do. At night, she would sit by the table, stirring nothing in that pot. No fire, no heat, just emotion, again and again and again. Because stopping meant thinking, and thinking meant hearing them. They are watching. She wrote it once, on the wall. Not because she wanted to, but because her hand moved on its own. The first mark was shaky, the second deeper, the third carved. She tried to leave the room. Of course she did. Everyone thinks they would leave, but the door didn't feel like a door anymore. It felt like an eye, waiting, judging, measuring. So she stayed. That painting, it changed, slowly, so slowly you could almost believe it didn't. The face inside it began to crack in a way that didn't follow the glass. Its eyes shifted, not enough to notice, but enough to feel. And one night, it looked back. That's when her body started to follow. Not her mind, her body. Her neck stretched first, a little longer each day, like something inside her was pulling upward, trying to escape through her skull. Her skin tightened. Her smile stayed too long. She stopped blinking, because blinking meant darkness, and darkness meant they were close. Her eyes, they didn't rot, they hollowed, like something had eaten the inside of them, but left the shape behind. And still, she could see, better than before, too well. She began to understand something, something you're not supposed to understand, that the watching wasn't coming from one place. It wasn't outside, it wasn't inside, it was everywhere at once. The pot on the table wasn't empty, not anymore. At first, it was just movement, a twitch, a ripple, like something breathing under the liquid. But she didn't react, because by then she knew. You don't react when it's already too late. Her arm moved, not fast, not slow, just certain. She picked up the spoon, dripped it in, stirred, and something stirred back. That's when the hand appeared. Not hers, not fully. Something in between. A shape trying to become real. Pushing through, like the world on the other side was thinner than ours. She didn't scream. She smiled. Because now she wasn't alone in the room anymore. The counting on the wall, those lines, they weren't days. They weren't time. They were attempts. Attempts to remember who she was. Each line a failure. She forgot her name first, then her voice, and then her face. But the watchers, they never forgot her. They needed her because she could see them. And once you see them, you don't get to stop. Her body twisted more each day. Her spine bent like it didn't belong to her. Her neck stretched, coiled, tightened, like something was using her bones as a rope. She wasn't becoming something new. That's the mistake people make. She was being used. A doorway, a vessel, a window that looks back. And the worst part, she understood it. Every second of it. That's why she keeps steering. Because the more she steers, the more of them come through. Slowly, quietly, patiently. And they don't rush. They never rush. Because they know something you don't. You've already seen her. Right now, you're looking at her, trying to understand what she is, why her eyes look like that, why her smile feels wrong, why the room feels heavy. That's how it spreads. Not through touch, not through blood, through attention. You noticed her, you looked too long, you tried to understand, and now they're watching you too. You might not feel it yet, most don't, but give it time. You will hear it first, that silence, the one that listens back. Then you will see something move when it shouldn't. A shadow, a reflection, a face where there shouldn't be one. And one day you will find yourself standing in a room, a table, a pot, a spoon in your hand, and you won't remember how you got there. But you will keep steering, because stopping means thinking, and thinking means hearing them. They are watching, and now so are you. thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time again. So follow, like, leave a comment, and thank you very much.